long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think.
Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love. Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder.
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
So we heard this week that Disney's Slack channels got hacked by a group called No Bulge, hacktivist group that got a hold of messages concerning film projects, notes, etc., which is pretty bad. They would have a way of spoiling a lot of things coming out that Disney has in the works. And we were also told by Sparrow that financials for films that the things that Lucasfilm was doing, scripts, etc., were compromised. Okay, on the Slack channel. Then we get this. Disney board member Safra Catz exits after 6-year stint. She's the CEO of Oracle. Now, because Disney's not being completely forthcoming with everything that was leaked. Okay, and I'll show you an example of somebody who's terrified of seeing his emails out there in a bit. We have to look at it like, okay, what else is going on? Why is she leaving? Now, there could be other reasons. It could be because she's the Oracle chairman. It could be something to do with an antitrust violation, okay, which occurred with Sundance merging with Paramount and the WB a few years back. People were sitting on boards of rival companies in the same business, and that is a trust violation. Okay, not to say that, Hollywood isn't incestuous, but the SEC does take a dim view of violating the Antitrust Act. Okay, and so we've got this going on. We've got this lady running. So it could be that, or she could be running from a Sony type debacle that ended the co-chair's reign. And of course, Lucasfilm, like I said, was a bit compromised. These people did get script notes. They got all kinds of stuff like that about programming and projects and financials on projects. You will note that certain Lucasfilm employees are basically saying they'd never use Slack, but if you're a subsidiary of Disney, you probably have used Slack in one way or another. Okay, it's kind of like this person saying, I never used CrowdStrike, but they use Microsoft, It's like, okay, sure, all right. So what does this mean? Why did she leave? Well, all right, if you're me, and you kind of have a bigger picture of what's going on, Katz's leaving is a signal. If Oracle drops Disney stock, watch. It's going to get very scary.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
If somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it,
I'd like to analyze it.
Egon, your mucus.
I'm not going to say that we're going to hear anything huge. The people who did go on the sites where the hacktivist group dumped the info that they gathered said there really wasn't a whole lot in it. It would be nice to see what they got from the Lucasfilm torrent stuff, budgets, etc., scripts, what was going on with all that. However, we come to the issue of why did Mrs. Katz leave so quickly? And that's the thing that's got at least myself, Cameron, and a few others wondering. Because the news came out there was a leak and there's a hacking of the Slack site, and suddenly the CEO of Oracle leaves the Disney board. All right, so cause and effect is going on. What exactly would lead her to run for the hills? And all I can say is it could be, like I said, there was no reason given for her to leave. THR and Variety speculated it was worry of antitrust laws being broken. That's understandable. But the timing makes that a little bit, no, probably not. Everything, you look at actions, not words. And, Disney tried to downplay it, saying it was the Slack site, and really nothing serious was taken. And yet you've got cats, software cats running for the hills. All right. Why? Are we going to see any more resignations and people leaving? If we see like somebody that actually works for Disney, like, Josh D'Amaro, Dana Walden, Alan Bergman, somebody up in that area, or somebody in that area, maybe not them, leaving, there you go. Okay. Then there's something else going on here. It's very interesting to me. Iger really hasn't said anything about it. The silence completely surrounding Lucasfilm is getting to the point where it's ridiculous. I mean, like I said, Matt Bellany in his On the Town podcast totally ripped apart The Acolyte. Okay. It's got, look, I don't know who's doing it, but it's back up to 17% audience rating. It's too late, okay? That failure, and it was a failure, plus the Slack hacking, God knows what else was part of it. But again, like I said in the beginning, Disney isn't being honest about what was on that server that was compromised. They gave out a fluff response because that's what they do. And you kind of sit back and go, eventually chickens are going to come home to roost here. And when you've got Lucasfilm employees denying they ever used Slack, and they did, they had to, it's kind of like everyone's scared to death. All right. And this was Disney servers. This is the Disney-centered IT department's fault. Okay, so their heads are rolling from what we've heard. Okay, fine. We've already got one board member leaving. What other shoes are going to drop? Okay. These are the things we have to think about when we think about what's going on at Disney, etc. Okay, so just wanted to touch base with y'all on this, and y'all have a good Saturday. I am not feeling well. I've got a cold or something, so I'm going to probably try to take it easy till I go to Mass. Anyway, this is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy.